Greetings, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me, SHLEE BINESI here. Hi, welcome. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about old souls, my experiences with being an old soul, and my understandings of old souls and what that means to me and the world. And because it's Libra season, it's the beginning of the shadow season, I thought in commemoration of old souls and the grandmas and young bodies and the grandpas and young bodies, I would wear and commemorate that through this lovely piece of attire that I'm wearing for this video. Tapping into my inner crone here. Just kidding. So yeah, it's like early in the AM and I'm up early and I have a busy day ahead of me, but I thought I would make a video update sharing my experiences and understandings around old souls and the misconceptions and truth about old souls as well. So let's just get right into it. So from my earliest recollection and remembering of being an old soul, growing up, I've had like adverse life experiences, and one of the understandings about old souls and all that is like, you know, old souls tend to have, you know, that understanding and that knowingness of their purpose here, and they tend to be able to, it's like they almost have an immunity to certain experiences, and they tend to learn from other people's mistakes through like mere observation, and they internalize like the world. And a lot of older souls tend to be introverted. That's not to say that they don't need to learn extroverted tendencies, depending on how the kind of life you want to live or what you lead, what the kind of life you lead. So I guess with that being said, my experiences growing up were unique for me, and possibly unique in the eyes of others, depending on their soul age and all that. So I have memories and remember having experiences around me where people, you know, I was treated differently in certain situations, and this is something that's been a theme for me throughout my life and has kind of played into my other initiatic life experiences of life transitions and growth and development for my experiences as to why I'm here. So yeah. And yeah, you hear things like, oh, you're weird, that's weird, you're eccentric, oh, that, you know, like the elephant in the room. Like, people have said things to me over the years, in durations throughout my life, that are just like, yeah, you're special, you're different. I'm like, eh. And that's not to say that it's a good or a bad thing, it just is what it is. And some of the truths and misconceptions around old souls are not in alignment with how our society understands these types of experiences and truths. So what's my point I'm trying to make? It's really early in the morning, so I'm just kind of like, you know, shooting the shit. And yeah, it's whatever Wednesdays, so this is my midweek postings for the week, the month, the year of the shadow season. We're in the year of the shadow season. Each season has a damn year, but our understandings of time and all that is what it is, and it's its own thing. So yeah, and something I've learned about old souls and my experiences and understandings about all of that is we tend to have like challenges in regards to relationships with other people of all kinds, because we say and do, think and feel differently from other people, and sometimes people are, you know, thrown off by that, and they're either threatened, or they're intimidated, or they don't understand something and they take it to heart and they take it personally, and sometimes I've noticed this can cause misunderstandings that are totally unnecessary between individuals and groups of people and the like. Ugh. Oh, also, it's like super early in the morning on whatever Wednesdays, so I'm feeling a little bit like under the weather. But other than that, I'm in good spirits, and I have a busy day ahead of me where I got a lot of things to accomplish. So yeah. And what else? Yeah. So that's that. With that being said, if you know of anybody in your life who's a little bit unique, unusual, and does things in a different way, maybe realize they potentially, possibly, could be an old soul. And that's the times we're in these days, is we need to start looking at people for their spirit and their soul versus the shallow aspects of society and the cultures that influence and, you know, inspire us. So with that being said, yeah, I just thought I would share, update, whatever Wednesdays based around a theme of something that I've personally experienced in my life. Yeah. Yeah, to all the old souls out there, I love you. Oh, and that's also to say that, you know, just because someone's an old soul, and if you know of other old souls, does not mean they are a part of your soul group. Okay? And here's another lesson in learning. Just because another person you know of or, you know, new or whatever, like, just because, you know, there's old souls out there does not mean they are a part of your soul group. And there's another thing in regards to that as well that I've learned as being an old soul is a lot of old souls have soulmates, because we all have soulmates, soul groups, tribes, and the like. People from your soul group can be, you know, they can understand you and love you, but that does not mean they want to acknowledge or do the work that it takes to do the work that they came here to do, that they were called here to do, based on the sole fact that they are an old soul, which sounds really maybe unusual, but it's a real thing and it's very true. So, and how do you deal with that and how do you cope with that is something that I've, you know, been learning about over the past decade mostly, because that's not to say that old souls don't come without baggage or karma and whatever. It's actually a misconception that, you know, just because you're an old soul, it's like, oh, you've been around, you've done this all before, blah, blah, blah. You're free of burdens and troubles. That's not true at all, actually. A lot of old souls, due to the fact that, you know, based on their experiences and understandings, they actually have more responsibility due to their karma. And depending on whether or not they want to embrace this and really truly understand it for what it is, you know, that's a whole nother can of worms. That's a whole nother ball game. It's a whole nother experience. And yeah. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video update and my experiences and understandings around old souls and what that means to me. And stay tuned for more videos going into the rest of the shadow season, where I share my tie-up and wrap up the rest of the next 3 months to the end of the year of my personal truths and experiences around my truth, and the occults with me, SHLEE BINESI, your hostess. And with that, I leave you with a thank you. Stay tuned for more videos. Feel free to share, subscribe, like, dislike, whatever feels right to you. Comment something nice, something fun, rude, whatever in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video coming soon. Stay tuned. Mwah. Bye.